What if I told you the Lakers' long-awaited 2027 plan, the one they've been carefully saving draft assets and building cap flexibility for, might already be unraveling before it even begins? And what if the newest addition to the roster, Jake LaRavia, could either be a hidden gem or just another name on a long list of forgettable role players? In today's video, we're diving deep into what's going on behind the scenes with the Lakers' so-called master plan for 2027, and why fans and insiders alike are beginning to question if it's truly the right path forward. Buckle up, because this one's going to ruffle some feathers and open some eyes. Welcome back to the channel, where we break down everything Lakers with the kind of depth and energy you won't find anywhere else. Today, we're focusing on two hot topics. First, the increasingly controversial 2027 plan that the Lakers front office has been hanging their hats on, and whether it's actually putting the team in jeopardy of wasting precious years of LeBron James and Anthony Davis. Second, we'll talk about Jake LaRavia, the recent acquisition from the Memphis Grizzlies, and whether he's just roster filler or someone who could truly carve out a valuable role in the purple and gold. Let's begin with the 2027 plan. Since 2020, the Lakers have been carefully stockpiling future assets. They've resisted trading the 2027 and 2029 first-round picks in multiple trade scenarios, including packages that could have landed them win-now talent. Rob Pelinka and the front office have repeatedly emphasized long-term flexibility, keeping those picks open for a potential superstar trade down the road, maybe even as a way to lure a big-name free agent to a post-LeBron core. But here's the problem: 2027 is still 2 full seasons away, and there's no guarantee the market will give the Lakers the kind of return they think they'll get. Meanwhile, the rest of the Western Conference is getting better, younger, and more athletic. The Nuggets, Timberwolves, Thunder, Mavericks, and even the Kings are all aggressively building. And while the Lakers are stuck between contending and rebuilding, they might be risking everything by putting too much faith in a plan that hinges on the unknown. Think about it: LeBron James is 39 and just opted into his player option. That gives the Lakers one more guaranteed season with him. Anthony Davis is still elite, but health remains a concern every single year. If the Lakers wait until 2027 to truly make a splash, what happens if LeBron retires or leaves? What happens if AD declines or gets injured again? You're left with nothing but picks, no stars, and no leverage. That's why some fans and analysts are now calling the 2027 plan a mistake. Because instead of maximizing the title window with LeBron and AD right now, the Lakers are gambling on a future that might never materialize. Now to the second half of today's story: Jake LaRavia. On the surface, this move didn't make headlines. It wasn't flashy. LaRavia, a former first-round pick out of Wake Forest, hasn't exactly lit up the stat sheet since being drafted by Memphis. But here's the thing: this could quietly be a very smart pickup. Standing at 6'7" with a 6'9" wingspan, LaRavia fits the mold of the modern NBA wing. He's versatile, can guard multiple positions, and when he's confident, he's a knockdown shooter from beyond the arc. The Grizzlies drafted him for his two-way potential, but he struggled with injuries and consistency in a deep Memphis rotation that didn't leave much room for young development. So why should Lakers fans care? Because Jake LaRavia brings something this team desperately needs: low cost, high upside depth on the wing. The Lakers have been short on reliable wings who can space the floor and hold their own defensively. In today's NBA, you can never have enough switchable forwards who can knock down threes and not get cooked on defense. LaRavia's skill set, while raw, addresses a real need for L.A. He's not going to be asked to be a star. He just needs to come in, defend, shoot when open, and hustle, and if he can do that consistently, he might find himself a permanent spot in the rotation. Let's go deeper. LaRavia shot over 38% from three in his final college season and has shown flashes of that same shooting stroke in the G League and in limited NBA minutes. He moves well off the ball, understands spacing, and has good instincts on defense. He's not the fastest guy on the court, but he's smart, and the Lakers have shown time and time again that they can develop role players when given time and opportunity. Just look at what they did with Austin Reeves and Rui Hachimura. Under the right system, with consistent minutes, LaRavia could surprise a lot of people. And here's another layer: having young, controllable contracts like LaRavia's on the roster helps the Lakers balance the cap while chasing stars. If you're paying LeBron, AD, and possibly a third star in the future, you need guys who can contribute without costing $15 million per year. LaRavia fits that bill. He's only 22 years old. If he blossoms in Los Angeles, he becomes part of the bridge to the future and gives the Lakers a player who fits both the short-term and long-term picture. So, putting this all together, we have a front office trying to balance the present and the future. But here's the truth: the NBA doesn't wait for anyone. And sometimes, patience can cost you rings. The 2027 plan is based on the idea that the Lakers will be able to flip those picks into something massive, but that kind of trade isn't guaranteed. In the meantime, opportunities are passing by. And LeBron James is not getting younger. That's why many are now saying the Lakers need to stop hoarding future assets and start acting with urgency. If there's a win now move to be made, make it. If Jake LaRavia and other young guys are stepping up, give them real chances. But don't stand still hoping for the perfect opportunity in 2027, because perfection rarely shows up in the NBA. Now it's your turn, Lakers Nation. Is the 2027 plan a mistake? Should the front office go all in right now while LeBron and AD are still elite? And what are your thoughts on Jake LaRavia? Is he just another roster experiment or someone who could make a real difference this season? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to hit that like button if you believe the Lakers need to focus on this season, not just future ones. Subscribe to the channel for more exclusive breakdowns, trade rumors, and player analysis, and turn on those notifications so you never miss a beat. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Lakers!